their dominance.
They're getting people lining up to want to own one of their properties.
GRAYA.
Here's Australia's best property developer.
Billionaires Row, built by Australia's #1 developer, GRAYA.
What they've achieved over the last 5 years has every property developer and entrepreneur in the country saying their name.
Marketing is crazy important for any business. I like to refer to it as steroids for a business. There's so much hard work in running a business and scaling that business. But if you take some steroids, that is performance enhancing. So as you can hear, we focus heavily on marketing, not because it's fake or an illusion that's not as good as the real product. Why we do is it helps pave our pathway of where we're trying to grow and scale the business. We, from a very early start, have marketed in the direction that we wanted to go, and it helps with getting the best staff and the team on board. It helps with getting the best subcontractors, acquiring the best sites, banking and funding contacts. There's just so many doors that it opens up, and of course the biggest one is sales. Nearly every transaction we've done, the marketing has had a huge impact on that number. Our focus has always been digital marketing, but we also really like signage. When GRAYA first started in 2013, my ute on the side of the tray used to say free quotes. So to the point where I'd get so many phone calls that I had to put tape over it and get rid of it. The 2025 version of the GRAYA signage, I think everybody has seen on Coronation Drive. The ARC signage, I don't think I've ever been asked more about something for a while, to be honest. Everything has to go past me for signage, but because I just love it so much. I reckon every 2 days I get a photo from someone saying, is your sign big enough? Or a comment on the project. The value really starts with branding where you're building. So we make a big effort in trying to signage our sites really well, because we feel like it just really complements our brand, complements the product. Yeah, I've got to Google it again, but I think it's like 170,000 people go past that sign every day.
Do you think the sign is big enough?
I think it could be bigger, to be honest.
What do you think of the sign?
It's a bit over the top.
Was definitely Rob's doing. I had no idea how big it would be or how impactful it would be. But just knowing the location of the site, that road is probably one of the busiest roads in Brisbane, if not the busiest. So if people didn't know who GRAYA was before that project, they definitely would know who GRAYA is now.
Is crucially important to GRAYA's growth as a business. The size of project that is where we want to put our focus into, and really appreciative to our partners, Spy Group, for giving us opportunity. So we're on level 1 here. This is the River House, which is actually 2 apartments amalgamated. Down here you see the pool that we've just added for one of the buyers. This one's I'm super excited to see. So something that's essential with building these towers is the structure's up to level 4 at the moment, and the team has already started taking out all the back props on level 1, just really getting a roll on the interiors early so it can just chase the structure up the building. So by the time we're topping out in September this year, we're already going to be really well advanced in level 2, 3 and 4 interiors. So we've skipped level 3 because it's full of formwork, and I'm going to show you the level 4 deck, which is just about to be poured. You can say you love GRAYA on camera if you want.
Hey, I love GRAYA!
All right, so we're on level 4 slab here. The team has managed to get the cycles at 11 days. So it's been a really quick rise up to level 4. And today we're up to day 8 of the sesh.
Oh, fuck, sorry, bro.
Thanks, boys. Bloody still fixes. The site manager always gets up me when I climb the crane, so I got to get permission. What do you reckon? What do you reckon about climbing the crane? Can you ask him?
Should be fine.
Yeah.
Hello.
Mr. GRAYA is going to come up there and sit on your lap, drive the crane.
How good was that? The GRAYA tradition, when we're halfway through a tower, to get up there and see what the views are like in the crane, check out the structure, It's absolutely exhilarating and yeah, just such a good moment. We get asked a lot who runs our marketing, and I wish I could say it's this agency or that agency, but to be honest, we get a lot of help, but it's all come from Andrew and I, and really storytelling our journey. You know, we're not a faceless brand. It's really easy to digest, and people are warm to it and trust it more and want to see it grow and just like coming on the journey. A lot of our marketing might roll out after we've already sold the project, and we don't actually need to, and it's very easy to focus on the next thing. But we've always been focused on storytelling and explaining the projects from start to finish from day one. And that's really important because we've found a lot of our purchasers actually loved an old GRAYA project. So they really joined the journey of GRAYA via another project, but they ended up purchasing their very own.
So the first time I came across you, I was a fan, but when my business first started taking off, I had a crazy idea that I wanted to build a house. Bought a piece of land one day, then I started looking for inspo, and then all my inspo pics from the house I built are all GRAYA. And actually, I literally just copied one of your kitchens. I'm not sure which house it is. Complete rip-off. You couldn't rip it off any harder. So it's a compliment.
When social marketing started popping off, you know, I used to buy our own drone. I used to be flying the drones around trying to get good angles and good shots. So I've been doing it for like a decade now, so I kind of understand a lot about the business. I've got a lot of passions, you know. I like designing, I like marketing, I like construction, I like development, I like real estate. But fortunately, they all complement each other really well. It's basically the DNA of what's built GRAYA.
GRAYA's growth, I definitely think, has been helped by the marketing. Like, we've put a lot of time, effort, money into growing the brand and pushing the marketing. So we wanted to be the face of the brand. We don't want to be like some of these big corporations where they have faceless people running them. You don't know who they are. We wanted to be at the forefront. We are GRAYA, and we want everyone to know that.
What I learned very quickly with GRAYA was that the noise and the hype was backed up by true bricks and mortar success. And that's the part that engaged me. To say that you own a GRAYA, it is something that those that own a GRAYA are extremely proud of. And watching those people that own a GRAYA then sell a GRAYA and seeing them not only financially reward themselves, but then step up into a bigger GRAYA or a better GRAYA, that's very cool. So I feel that once they're on that journey of being an occupant of a GRAYA creation, they want to continue that. That's something to admire, and I think that is why they're winning the accolades. They're getting people lining up to want to own one of their properties because they know they're buying into the story of GRAYA. It's a self-made partnership between two brothers that love what they do.
I would like GRAYA to be perceived like a brand. I don't want to be known as a builder or a developer. I want the name GRAYA to resonate with a luxury product, and I want people to see it as a collector's item, like a piece of fine jewellery or a designer handbag. So the way we're transforming our marketing now and in the next 3 years, that'll come more evident and really solidify that brand identity. So marketing is probably one of the funnest things of my job that I do, but it's also the one that burns me out the most. I will pretty much plan all the GRAYA marketing, from post-dinner to when I go to sleep. So it's something that does take a toll on my health and my family life, but it's just so hard to let go.
Perfecting the Instagram craft is definitely Rob's priority. I can see that his brain is always ticking, so he's never really switched off. And unfortunately what comes with that is he's addicted to his phone.
All right.
How much time do you spend on your phone? Can you show me your screen time?
Yep. So my average screen time for last week was 8 hours and 23 minutes. The week before, 8 hours and 54 minutes. Look, it's actually majority text messages and Instagram comes second, so that's work. I toy with it a lot in my head because that screen time and online time, I learn so much about design, what other people are doing, sales data and things like that, so I can keep my finger on the pulse. If I didn't do that a lot, I'd be missing out on so much information that I feel like it would hold Graya back.
As you build year on year and you keep doing well and you keep working hard, and I've watched Rob behind the scenes, he works to the point where he's physically ill. And when you see that work ethic and it compounds year on year, people look back and they go, oh, they've had it easy because the aesthetic is beautiful. Behind that, the beauty is in the struggle. The beauty is getting it to that point. You reflect on what they achieved in 2024, but you look at their roadmap of 2025 and you go, how do they manage to do all that? But what people don't realise is that these guys have already got their eyes on 2030.
So next for Graya is really exciting, but we're evolving out of just the residential offering. We've acquired a prominent site in James Street in Brisbane. We've engaged Koichi Takata to come in and help us design what we think will be the coolest retail building in Brisbane. We've also got a mixed-use building with retail and residential units in Racecourse Road, which is a prominent lifestyle street in Brisbane. We've called it the Gallery. And we have a riverfront project coming up, which is 4 boutique apartments in New Farm, which we think is going to reset the Brisbane prices for luxury apartments. So when Graya's all said and done, we'd like to be known for really lifting and amplifying the way people live in southeast Queensland and how it's possible to live in apartments of a grand luxury housing scale. And we would love our names and our legacy to be associated with a lot of different cities and suburbs, residential, commercial, retail, and maybe even hotels.
I just want to do those iconic projects that we're proud of. I want them to be the best quality, the best designs. I want to be proud of it myself, so that's why we put so much effort into every little detail, because long term we want our buildings to stand the test of time and always be those feature projects and iconic projects that everybody loves.
And look, there's so much more to come. I honestly think Graya has just started.